Hi everybody, it's me, Carrie, with another Tiny Tip Tuesday. Something's going on again with my login to my tablet. So I'm not going to be able to see if you pop on or if you have any questions, but I will go back and look at them later. So this is live on my Facebook channel. Facebook.com/MemoryINKers. It is always, if you're watching this on YouTube, they are always a recording. Also, let's get the advertising out of the way. If you are looking for Stampin' Up! Products, I hope you will shop with me. MemoryINKers.com will take you right to my Stampin' Up! Website. And we're going to be playing with some fun products, but I wanted to share, this is not Stampin' Up! Product, but I got this very pretty birthday card from my friend, and I just wanted to say thank you, Andrea. You're very sweet to remember me. My birthday's tomorrow, for those of you who are like wondering. I'll be 21. I wish. Okay, so I grabbed a piece from these foiled frames and labels ephemera, which I've been using more than I expected. Quite surprised by it, frankly. I'm going to be using the eyelet 3D embossing folder. And although I'm showing you the bundle for the pretty florals, I'm not using any of the stamps. But I am using, or have already used, this flower, which cuts out, which I used to cut out. Where is it? Here it is. It's this one. It fits to cut out this big flower. So, I mean, I could have fussy cut, and I did fussy cut other flowers, but the difference is, can you see that it gave it the cool embossed on it, and it embossed right where it's got the drawing. So yeah, it's very cool. So that was fun. I liked that. So I wanted you guys to know that I did that. And then I fussy cut a bunch of other things. So this is actually going to be a very quick card today because this is Tiny Tip Tuesday. And it's supposed to be a tiny tip. So let's see how I do, right? Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I've got a piece of thick basic white that is cut with a little bit of dust on it, 11 by 4 1/4, and I forgot to grab it. I have a piece that is 4 by 5 1/4, so it's going to be matted on that, and that is what I am going to run through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine with this pretty 3D eyelet. Now, technically, I could have run the whole cover. I could have used, like, just, you know, stuck this in there. But I'm going to go ahead and let it have its thing. So, I don't know if you know, and I know I'm holding this upside down, but you see that line there? If you line up the end of your card, it makes it straight. And actually, for this size, it does really good about cutting pretty close to the exact same spot on the other side. It's not perfect, but it's pretty close. Okay, so I'm going to run this through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine very quickly. So this is a 3D. This is a 3D die. So I'm not going to pull the whole thing over because it's huge, right? So it is going to take platform 1 and then my folder, always going with the folded end in, and then platform 4. And then I will run that through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Now, one thing I like about the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine is, you can see mine's well loved, it tells you what to use for different things, and then it's got the plate number 2 that tells you when you need it for other things. Okay? And then, of course, you've got the clear plates. So that is always very cool. So I am going to pull this out. And set that aside. And I'm going to adhere it to the front of the card. Now, I see a lot of people doing videos and they keep the card open like this. I can't. I mean, I've done it a few times, but I need to be able to see the exact size of the card or my brain will not function. It will possibly explode. It is a possibility. So, I did pre-score this, but I think I'm not happy with my score line. So let me see if I can adjust this better. Yeah, it's going to end up too short. And that is going to drive me crazy. Oh, well, it is whatever it turns out to be. It is. See, it's a little bit, can you see? That drives me nuts. So that's going to go to the back. Maybe they won't notice, whoever gets this. So now I'm going to adhere this. Oh, and look, it's crooked too. Darn me. What did I do? This is why I tend to use the other way. This is terrible. We're going to grab something else. Okay. So I always pre-cut my cards and pre-score them. My thick basic white. This should be better. This should be better. I kind of wanted it to open the other way, but I'm not going to take the time to recut since this is a live video. So, and don't worry, I will adjust that card and I will make it work. The one that I tossed to the side. And I know perfection is overrated, but even I have my limits of imperfection. All right, so now I can adhere this to the card front. This is a landscape card, which you probably knew from the other piece of cardstock that I wanted to use. Again, I like to get my corners covered good. So I'm using my little silicone brush. I found that this is actually almost always keeps me from having it ooze out also, which I know is a common complaint for liquid adhesive. I love liquid adhesive, but I know that that is a common complaint. So there we go. That's fun. And then here is the piece from that foiled ephemera, which I am going to put on dimensionals. So let's decorate it here. Guess what? No sentiment. None. None. I'm not doing a sentiment. So remember I said I pre-cut? So these two little daisies are from the same designer series paper. I'm going to put them on the inside. And see, this one is not, I mean, it was at the bottom of the paper. And I thought, I'm not wasting it. Why should I waste it, right? I can just use it as it is. Again, with my little thingy. Okay. Then, see, remember I said it was cut funny? So I'm just going to press it down so it's near the bottom. And it will look like I did it on purpose, right? Then this little guy, I wasn't real sure what I was going to do with it. But then I played a little bit. Get some down here on that. And I found where I wanted to put it on the inside. And it is going to go as if it is coming from somewhere behind this flower. So I'm going to lift it a little bit and just have it go like that. It looks weird. Why does it look weird? It looked really good when I practiced. Oh, we're going to leave it because look, it left stuff behind. All right. Well then, there we go. It's going to look weird and I'm going to accept it as is. Okay. Woo! Live video. All right. So now here's my other pieces. You already saw this one that I die cut. And then I fussy cut these. And if you look at them, they are so imperfect. And then I cut 3 of these flowers and 2 of the leaves. And look, this leaf is barely there. So this is what we're doing. I am going to, I always have to think about where these are going. They are, I think that one goes there. They are going kind of like that. All right. So I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive, and I want it to hang over. So I'm going to put it like that. And then I kind of want this one in a very similar spot. They aren't the same. They're not the same height or anything, which I kind of liked that because, you know, when you make a bouquet, if you're making a bouquet, or in this case, a swag, what are the odds that your flowers are all going to be the same? They're not. It's just not going to happen. So again, I'm just reminding you, there is room on this if you wanted to do a small sentiment, but I'm not doing one. Okay. So then I'm going to place these flowers. Now you see I cut that one so that I could glue it where I wanted it. And that's how those are going to go, I believe. Maybe more like that. So a little bit, just a little bit. Now you might do these a little differently, and honestly, when I laid them out for my design, this is probably not exactly how I laid them out. It's probably really close, but I doubt that it is exactly how I laid them out. And notice they are not even, because again, my arrangements would not be even. Now I am going to do this, but I want to make sure that I leave the edges, because I'm going to tuck those leaves under there. And I want to see where I'm going with this, like so. See if I can move that one still. There we go. And then my little leaves that I want to tuck underneath that big flower. That's why I did not put adhesive there. So you see I'm leaving space at the bottom where technically I could have put a small sentiment. I could have even moved it up more and added a sentiment. But see, it's just super simple. But like a little hello, or, you know, something long across the bottom if I had lifted them up higher. So you can change this around to your liking. But this is just the way this came out. I actually think when I did it freehand, everything was a tiny bit lower. But you do what you want. It's always the best way, right? You know, I keep saying I'm going to do that trick. Have you guys seen that trick? You probably have, but let me grab a permanent marker. All my permanent markers have moved over to my Bible study page. I have a whole Bible study cart now. You guys, I'm having so much fun with it, and it's really helping me spiritually. I'm getting ready to tape another one, because remember I said I'm not going to do them every week. Anyway, this is the trick. You guys have probably seen it, where, I mean, you can get crazy and color it all in, but you just want to make sure that every piece has some kind of a line in it, like so. So that then when you peel them and take them off, there would be like something on the back like that. And you would know, okay, I haven't taken the backing off. I would actually use a thicker one. I didn't grab the right one. I was hurrying. So, all right. Oops, and I need one more. There you go. Yeah, definitely use a thicker marker. But I would use a permanent marker, like a Sharpie or something, because it is slick. And the Stampin' Write markers would probably, I don't know, but they would probably like rub off, and then you'd have them on your fingers, and then you'd, you know, touch your card and all that drama. So then I'm just going to set this in the middle-ish. I say middle-ish because it's me. And there we go. Super, super simple. If I decide that I'm going to give this to somebody and it's their birthday, I certainly have room to stamp and cut out a label or something that says happy birthday. And there we go with the little flowers. I can add some more so that one doesn't look so weird. Yep, it does. I know. But I hope you guys like it. Super simple. Use these. I seriously only bought them because I'm like, well, let me see. I can't believe how many times I grabbed them. They're fun. So, anyway, there you go. I hope I will see you soon. Let me lift this up. Boy, I was really far away today, wasn't I? So there you go. I hope you guys liked this card. Have a great day. Bye. Why is it every time I go to sign off, it says slow connection? So weird. Okay, see ya.